Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading with me. We're going to be doing the 1st to the 7th of December. Can you believe we're already at the end of the year? What the frick? Anyways, I'm going to dive into your reading. If I think about it too much, I actually will freak out how fast this year has gone. But anyway, I'm going to dive into your reading. Before I do want to mention, you've probably seen already, but me and Chris Reck from Minopon Tarot did a little December all signs reading. So if you want extra messages for what's coming up for this month, make sure you go check that out. But anyway, let's dive into your week because I already have a couple of cards that I pulled out for you. So you have the club card that came out, which says someone will try and make you do something against your will. I think that's what it says. Someone will try and make you do something against your will. Yeah, that's what it says. So, and you're coming out with the King of Cups, which is your card, Scorpio. So it is almost like what I'm going to say is an energy coming up for you is really standing your ground, but not changing how you approach things. Is what I want to say with that. But let's see what they mean by that. King of Cups is known to be very emotionally stable, right? He's very much known to be a rock, even though he's a water sign. He doesn't allow the feelings to consume him, right? To change his approach. He's very emotionally intelligent, basically. He has a lot of deep feelings, as you do, Scorpio. But sometimes it's about the awareness of, okay, I can't let out these feelings all the time. It's not the right moment for it. So it almost gives me the steadiness is how you guys are being called to show up, especially with the club being here, because I feel like you're going to need to assert some boundaries, right? Especially people that you care about, right? King of Cups. So I'm just going to say whatever this is, it's a good time to set boundaries because some people might try to push you. And there was something I was going to get. I feel like some of you, what can I say? Because the Tower card is also on the bottom of the deck too, which kind of tells me this is kind of like a falling out or an argument coming up for you guys, just based on this energy. But you look fine. King of Cups is like you are standing your ground and you're not letting it affect you. You're just setting a boundary without feeling guilt, because it does feel a bit like someone's pressuring you, or something is pressuring you, and it's like, I'm not going to do that. So you're showing up with integrity. I like that a lot. But it may mean that you're having to kind of cut someone out a little bit here or create some distance with someone because it just feels like someone's a little bit pushy, right? Very much pushy, and they really want you to do something for them. I don't know what it is. We'll find out. All right, my angels. So let's dive into your reading, my loves. Let's see what's going on for you. What is the energies for Scorpio during this time? 1st to the 7th. You got open to infinite possibilities. Love that for you. So what's also happening during this time is that you are becoming more aware of the things that you're able to have in this lifetime. All right, whatever that means to you. It could be career. It just feels like a really good time where you're becoming very open. Then you have the Dolphin Spirit, which says this and that are true, which basically means two things can exist at the same time. Let's see how that shows up for you though. This and that are true. What's going on for Scorpios? You got loyal heart, so this could be good for love. Or again, it's just highlighting about loyal people. Maybe you're discovering people might not be very loyal for you. Some of you may have recently gone through a breakup, or maybe you feel alone even when you have people around you. I'm going to figure that one out for you, because Orphaned usually is my card where it's like you've just gone through a tower moment and you feel alone, or you feel upset, neglected, whatever it may be. And because of loyal hearts here, I feel like some of you do feel like that in terms of not just relationships. It could really be about friendships too. Whatever it is, it feels like it's because of people that you feel orphaned, you feel alone. You feel, alone. Okay, let's figure it out. Let's figure it out for you. Because I'm just getting this energy. I wonder if it's a love interest that's, wants you to do something because they want it, but you don't want it. So it could really just be that there is like a mismatch of energies. And that could be, or that could have created a separation with you and someone where it's like, well, they want to go and move to a specific place because that's what they need to do in their life, or that's what they want to do, and you don't want to do that. So it's like, maybe you are saying goodbyes, or maybe you did say goodbyes. Let's figure it out. Let's dive into your tarot, because I feel like I need a bit more information about this. So this and that are true. You can have people around you but still feel alone. So I wonder if it's a quality, or maybe it's an inner wild thing that you might need to address here. Let's figure it out. What is the overall energy of this week for Scorpio? You've got 3 of Cups. So overall energy, it is about friendships. It is about your support system around you. This is a card of celebration. So again, that dolphin spirit is kind of showing up here saying that, okay, maybe you do have moments of unhappiness during this time, but you also have moments of celebration. The Three of Cups does highlight loving the journey and gratitude. So the overall energy of this week feels quite nice. I'm going to dive into that though. I feel like there's a bit more behind that card, but let's see. What is the energy of Scorpio this week? We have the King of Swords. So yeah, you are in a very logical, very decisive energy, or that's how you're showing up anyway, right? He's a man with a sword. So it's kind of intimidating. The King of Swords does speak about strategy. It speaks about being very certain, very clear, and maybe again very like we said about integrity. You're a hard cookie to crack is what I'm hearing, which is not a bad thing. Let's see, why is the Three of Cups the energy of the week? The Magician, Ace of Wands. So you guys are celebrating a new beginning, but yeah, then we have the heartache coming up. So Spirit wants you to focus a little bit more on the opportunities coming up in your life. These are opportunities that you're creating though, because a magician doesn't just sit around and do nothing. You're using your resources, which may not seem like a lot, to turn it into something amazing. Ace of Wands can be a move, but it can be again a new idea. It can be new experiences, and again something that you're passionate about that's going to be quite good for you. Again, it could be a career idea, it could be just a new beginning because it's an ace. So you could be celebrating a promotion, you could be celebrating something coming to life, but again, you're the magician here, so something that you've manifested, something that you brought to life is something that you're celebrating here. And why is Scorpio showing up as the King of Swords, please? Ace of Cups, Six of Cups, and 10 of Pentacles, and a 4 of Cups. This is interesting. Why is this here? So let me just try to break down what's going on for you. You are showing up as a King of Swords. Ace of Cups is about new love, new beginnings, finding peace, filling up your own cup and giving from the excess. 10 of Pentacles is a card of family, especially the 6 of Cups here is about sweet moments. It is about kind, caring connections. And 10 of Pentacles, of course, could be your vision, your dreams, your goals, stability, family. But the 4 of Cups is interesting here because he is rejecting the Ace. So the 4 of Cups would be, again, being closed off. The 4 of Cups, his eyes are closed, his arms are closed, even his legs are closed too. So it's just this energy of being completely rejecting something. I do feel in a sense some of you are becoming very clear about what you want, and maybe this is why you're rejecting things that just are not what you deserve, or maybe what you are wanting. So maybe that's a good thing, because all these cards are amazing. By the way, this is like the dream of what you desire and what you feel like you're deserving of. And a King of Swords would say again that you're not open to just anyone coming into your life. So 4 of Cups again could be that you're rejecting things or people that are coming into your life that cannot give you what you want. And maybe that's why sometimes you do have this orphan card here of this kind of feeling low or feeling upset because you're having to reject things that just aren't aligned to you. So this and that are true. You're bringing things to life, but of course you also have endings too, which is this and that, right? In order to have new beginnings, we also have to have endings. So it's almost like opposing energies. It's a bit of a bittersweet time. What is the challenge coming up for Scorpio this week? The Knight of Cups. So this is about your feelings and emotions. Let's see, advice for you. King of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So again, your advice is standing in your truth. For sure. King of Cups again, which is your overall energy, and Ace of Swords. Truth, your clarity. Sticking to that. Okay, let's dive in. Why is the Knight of Cups the challenge? Of course, it can be a love interest, can be someone coming in with an apology, or again, some written note or something, I don't know, a text message or a call. Could be someone pouring their heart out to you or wanting a heart-to-heart conversation. Let's see. Why is the Knight of Cups here as challenge? The Nine of Cups. I think this is about focusing on your own happiness as your challenge right now. Doing something a bit uncomfortable in order to have your own wish fulfillment here. You're focusing on your own happiness. Why is this here as a challenge for Scorpio? The 7 of Wands, which again is this protecting your energy. This is saying that you're up against the odds right now. I almost feel like you're defending again what you want this week. So I just, again, it does feel a little bit like a clash between you and someone because you're just not aligned. you're really being called to stick to your truth, what you want in your life, and what makes you happy, because maybe you've not been feeling very happy. And this is a time where you're speaking up about it, right? Starfish coming through, open to infinite possibility. That is something that you're celebrating here. That you're getting clearer on what you want and maybe being able to actually see it coming to life. It just feels a little bit like maybe someone doesn't agree, maybe someone's not aligned. It's because 7 of Wands is you protecting your energy, you protecting what makes you happy, you protecting your heart, your feelings, your emotions, being important. And it is a card about being up against the odds here, people disagreeing with you, and I don't know what exactly this is. It could just mean that, you want to do something with your life and other people don't agree with it, but you're doing it because it makes you happy. So again, this could be friends, this could be family. It doesn't have to just be love interest. But I think that's why the Loyal Hearts card comes up, because sometimes it doesn't just come up because there's love coming through in your life. Sometimes it does, but the main message that usually comes up when this card comes up is that you're really understanding who is loyal to you, and who really is your friend. And it kind of reminds me of a time in my life where I was really not happy with my life, right? And I was living a path that I guess other people wanted from me, or that I kind of felt was just what you're supposed to do, until I realized that I was really, really unhappy and I needed to change something. And when I changed something, because I didn't ask for anyone's opinion, because I knew I needed to do something, otherwise I would not be here anymore, right? It was almost like I needed to do something different as an urgency to make me happy, right? To focus on my happiness. And everyone disagreed with me. Oh my God, like so many people told me I've just ruined my life, but they had no idea that my life had just begun because of that decision. And I want you to understand that if something feels right for you and it feels intuitive, right? It's something that you need to do to feel better or whatever it is, do it, right? As long as it's not hurting or harming anyone, or, just be cautious of your decisions. But if it's something that feels right and will make you happy, go for that. Some people won't understand. Why? Because they're not in your shoes. The people who disagreed with my family, of course, and everyone felt like I'd ruined my life. Everyone told me that my future's gone down the drain. But now they see what I was talking about. Now I'm in a position where they're like, okay, they've never said sorry for it. Maybe never even spoke about it since. But, it was a necessary step that I needed to make for me to be happy, for me to love the life that I'm living. Hello, it's your life, Scorpio. And it's so important that you live a life for you. So this week feels like an understanding of that. It feels like a week where you are really needing to prioritize that and to understand that, like the Starfish Spirit is saying, open to infinite possibility. When I made that decision, I had no idea that eventually I would end up being a tarot reader on YouTube with an amazing community, working for myself, now living abroad because I work online. So it opened me up. Like I didn't go straight into this. I went towards something that was just going to help me in that moment, and then pushed me over to something that was my calling. So it reminds me of a quote that says, if it's not the thing, it will be the thing that leads to the thing. And what that basically means is sometimes we just need to pivot just to get off of a track that might end up, moving in a direction that we don't want to be in, right? Almost like I'm seeing it like a train. You guys know I love to work with visuals, and it's like a train track that you can see is entering a dead end, right? It's not going to work for you. It's not going to make you happy. It's going to reach a dead end. And it's almost like you want to pull up I don't know. I'm just seeing a train and you want to change the route to a different track. You want to pull the lever here, and other people are like, no, don't do that. What are you doing? But they can't see what you see, Scorpio, and that you need to pull that lever up and change paths if that's what feels right for you. Or again, just go down in a direction that feels right for you, because you will know more than other people. And again, going to your advice about listening to your feelings, you're more intuitive, you're more connected than you realize. And that, again, prioritizing on your feelings here. And the Ace of Swords says that you know the truth and you need to stick to that energy. Okay? So you're pulling the lever here to change paths a little bit, or again, to go in a direction that serves you better than the one that you're currently on. yeah, there was something else I was going to say, I guess, but maybe I think that message is enough for you. So maybe, again, with the Tower card being here on the bottom of the deck here, by the way, what's underneath that is, again, a Nine of Pentacles, which is your own safety, security, your own financial freedom, or just, again, be enjoying your own energy and what you've been able to build for yourself. It is also here as well. So double confirmation that where you're heading is financial freedom, or, again, just independence and stability, not needing to rely on anything or anyone for support. Why is the King of Cups the advice? The Wheel of Fortune. Listen to your gut, because it will show you your destiny. All right, it's going to guide you at the very least. Why is the Ace of Swords here? Seven of Pentacles. So Seven of Pentacles is like patience. So this tells me that this truth of yours is going to take time to really see why or where you're being called to go. It's a slow progression is what they're saying here, but you sticking to your truth is going to lead you somewhere. That's what I'm seeing for sure. All right, my angels. So that's what I got for you. I hope this reading has been good for you. It seems like a specific message. So again, if it did make sense, then let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, I guess I will see you guys in the next one.